It is summertime. We are wrapping up the month of June, and I'm here to get you ready for the brand new month of July, a brand new trading month, so that you are ready to pounce on the opportunities in front of you in the market. We're going to take a look at all the data points that are going to be released in July, those dates when it's occurring, the biggest events that are taking place, a brand new round of earnings, all of that and more in today's video. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's preview the month of July. Exciting. Happy summer to everybody. And what a bullish market that it has been. We hit new all-time highs. June just continued to push forward. And the bulls are looking to continue their dominance here this month. And we're going to have 23 days in order for that to happen, as you can see up here. So that's 23 opportunities for you to make money from the markets. And what we're going to do is go through what is coming up on certain days, if the sentiment is bullish, all those things, so that you are prepared to make this just a tremendous month for yourself in the markets. And so today, when I'm recording this, the last day of June, but a highly bullish month June was, and we could see that the first day of July, that historically there is bullish sentiment. And so we should see that push higher continue based on history, but we're also going to get JOLTS job data and ISM manufacturing PMI. So be prepared for those to be released. They are 3-bar pieces of news, and they will move the markets. And again, JOLTS is going to be important. Really, anything related to the labor market is something you want to pay attention to, because if we're starting to see weakness there, that could give the Fed reason to lower interest rates. So keep an eye on that. We can see that when we go over to Wednesday, we don't have any data that's going to be provided. And the unique thing about this week is we are actually closed on Friday, the 4th of July. And on Thursday, we have a shortened trading day. Now, what's unique about Thursday and that shortened trading day, not only is it bullish sentiment, but look at all the data that's coming in. We get non-farms payroll, which is going to be huge, and the unemployment rate. And you could be certain that if these come in hot, then that is going to put some downward pressure on the market. So be ready for Thursday. That's going to be an important. And then we also get ISM services PMI that comes in as well. So Thursday looks to be highly volatile. Again, compressed all that information into a shortened trading day. So that first week is going to be something to behold. And then when we shift over to the second week of July, take a look at this. Nothing on Monday, nothing on Tuesday. And it's not until we get to Wednesday, July 9th, that we're going to get the Federal Reserve minutes from their last meeting. Market makers and investors are going to be scouring through those minutes to see if the tone is bullish, bearish, dovish, hawkish. And we'll see a little bit of a move from that's going to come out at 2 p.m. But you can see on those 3 consecutive days, we're going to have bullish sentiment historically. And there's really no data of import that's going to be coming. The one thing that we need to be mindful of during the second week of July is that this is when the next round of earnings will begin. And so be prepared for that, because that always provides volatility to the markets, big moves. And so that will start towards the end of that second week of July. And then when we hop over to the third week of July, again, we're continuing with the bullish sentiment on the 14th. And then we get into our inflation reports. We get CPI, the consumer price index, on the 15th, and the producer price index on the 16th, PPI. So these are going to be critical just in seeing, all right, are tariffs finally starting to show up in the inflation reports? If they are hotter, which is to be expected, everybody's anticipating that, we probably will see some downward pressure on the market. So watch the 15th and 16th for those inflation reports. Coming over to the 17th, we're going to get retail sales data. And then the 18th, this is a banger of a day in terms of data. Look, we have options expiration, building permits, housing starts, and Michigan consumer sentiment. So we should see a pretty significant move on the 18th. Now, keep this in mind. The first half of July tends to be bullish. It's the second half where we start to see the bearishness creep in, and that really starts some sour grapes in the market from that time period really into October. So be prepared. The way that I'm approaching this is just trying to be as flat as possible, closing out any swing trades as we get closer to August, because the sentiment definitely shifts. So keep that in mind. And then you can see here on the 21st, we do get a historically bearish day. No data on the 22nd. And then on the 23rd, we're going to get existing home sales, and that's accompanied by bullish sentiment on that day as well. 24th, no data. 25th, continuing with bullish sentiment, we'll get durable goods. And then that will take care of the 4th week of July. And then we move into the final week, and this is the doozy here. And there is a lot packed into this week. Doing the 29th, we get a bearish sentiment day, historically bearish. But then the 30th, here's where we get the Fed interest rate decision. Will the Fed cut rates this month? You guys know all about the Federal Reserve, rate cuts, increases and raises, Jerome Powell. If you haven't checked out any of the videos that I've done here on the site in the past, please go do that, get informed. But then we're going to get the Jerome Powell press conference at 2:30. So we should see a pretty significant move here off of this particular day. And it doesn't stop there, because look at the next day. On the 31st, we get PCE, GDP, personal income, personal spending. It's going to be nuts. So that last week of July is really going to set the tone for what happens in August, which historically is pretty bearish. And it's going to be a fun month. And as I mentioned too, don't forget about earnings. That is going to be factored in here till July. I'll have a separate video about previewing the different earnings reports that come up. But again, the way that I'm playing it, the first half, I'm looking for bullish plays, and I'll look by the time OpEx rolls around on the 18th to be out of the majority of any longs that I'm in, and really just be sitting in cash and ready for a downturn.
So there you have it. You are ready for a brand new trading month, 23 trading days that you're going to have at your disposal. We got the Fed meeting coming. We got the Powell presser. Rate decision. Will the Fed cut rates? Will we see the unemployment rate tick up? What is CPI going to say? What is a new set of earnings going to tell us? There's so much. Remember, July is super bullish. So take advantage, but also be ready, because after July is typically when a slowdown starts. We see some weakness come into the markets. And so I wish you nothing but success this month. Let me know what you're looking forward to most in this brand new month. Smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you back here when we preview August 2025. Make it a great day.